Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So this is going to be the last day on this app. I think we're blowing people away. I think it's just getting too big for you guys on your second app. So really all you have to do is have this app counting your buttons and counting and displaying it, and you're good. So I'm going to do an else here. And else I'm going to have text-to-speech come on, my Siri come on, and just say a little message like, I am unable to perform that request. So that covers you with, if they don't say set, pause, start, resume, then anything else they say, if they don't say those 4 commands, it's going to come on and say, I am unable to perform that request. Okay, and that's it. So that's your speech recognizer. That's the second time we've done that now. You guys, are you getting better at speech recognizer? Okay. I guess there's only one more thing on here we need to do, and I don't know why this app doesn't have it, but we were supposed to have a checkbox. Do you guys have a checkbox on yours? No? Okay, so I'm going to go get a layout. Horizontal arrangement, I'm going to put it right in here. Width is going to be fill parent. And I think all my other classes have it. Background color is none. Alignment horizontal is centered. I'm going to go to my user interface, and we want to drag in a checkbox. Okay. This checkbox is going to be called CHB enabled. Okay. And then down here, the text is just going to say enabled. Okay. The height, I don't mess with the heights very much. I just let them go to automatic and let them shrink into what size of the checkbox I have in there. So a checkbox is like a safety on a BB gun. Anyone ever shot a BB gun before? There's a little red dot on there. That's, it's a safety. So it either allows you to shoot or it doesn't allow you to shoot. Remember back to our beginning app when we read it the other day. She was supposed to be counting boxes at Lowe's, and then let's say she counted boxes on the floor, and then she wanted to climb up the ladder and then count more boxes on the ceiling. Are you with me on that? Or on the top shelf, not the ceiling. So when she climbs up the ladder, she doesn't want her device automatically bumping up against her leg and counting. Are you with me? Since we're dealing with touch-sensitive devices now, you guys with me on that? We want to be careful so we can turn things on and off. So this checkbox, if it's checked, it's going to allow us to count. If it's not checked, it's not going to allow us to count. Who understands this? Yeah. Okay. Did you try FMS Student Butler Tech 1? Okay, I guess that's the only other thing you can try. Did you try your name on that did you find your name? Did you try BT and your 6-digit lunch? Did you try Butler Tech 1? Okay, is your internet on? Okay, you got to check that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do, let me just blow this up a little bit, just 24 font so you guys can see it here. And maybe I'll make this text color red so you guys can see that. See that enabled sign here? Who sees this? Does everybody have a checkbox on their screen? Okay. I just put it inside a horizontal arrangement, and I can rename this if you want. HA checkbox. That's going to hold my checkbox. So all these buttons, up, down, left, and right, are counting, right? So if I turn these buttons off, I can no longer count. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, Lily? If I turn the buttons off, if you can't touch the buttons, have you ever, guys, you ever been to like an online website where you had to sign in and put in your name and birth date and all that stuff? And then at the bottom it has that submit button. and it won't let you submit, and then like the submit button's grayed out and you keep clicking here like, and then it's like, oh no, you forgot a field. You didn't enter in your address, or you didn't enter in your birth date or something, and you forgot a field. Well, that's what we're doing here. Essentially, we're not going to let these things work, and that's what the checkbox is going to do. Okay, so this is going to be a simple video on checkboxes. All right, so I'm going to go blocks, and I'm going to go to checkbox, and when it changes in states. Okay, so it's going to change its state. What states can it change from? Anybody know? It can go checked and unchecked. Very good. Is that Mauricio? Very nice. Come up, get a piece of candy, Mauricio. Yeah, you're right. It can go from checked or unchecked. Yeah. You just go to your horizontal arrangement and go to align horizontally and center it. That's why we put them in arrangements, right? So we can center them in the arrangement. You got to play with it. Make sure your width's not fill parent. So, yeah, you don't want a width fill parent on your checkbox. So you got to do an if statement here. If, and then you got to find out which one of these, that it is. Is it checked or not checked? So I'm going to say if checked, enabled, and I think I need a logic here. I think I need a logic. Okay, so if checked, enabled, there it is. If checked equals true. And then I'm going to copy this. And then the other one is if checked is equal to false. So who understands that? It's either checked or it's not checked. This is a Boolean expression. Boolean expressions are either checked or not checked. Okay? So, if it's checked, then we want all our buttons to work. So I'm going to go to button up enabled to, and I think that's true, right? And then I'm just going to duplicate this. And then this is button right, true, duplicate, button left is true. Are you guys with me on it? I just start duplicating all these. Remove comment, duplicate, and then this is button down. I got them. Duplicate. This is button fire. Duplicate, and this is button jump. Okay, you guys see what I did there? And now watch this. I'm going to duplicate this whole thing. You guys with me? Watch this. Watch this. Everybody watch. I'm gonna delete this. Everybody watch here. I'm going to duplicate this whole if block. And I'm just going to go get this and drag it down here. And now that it's false, what do you think all these have to go to down here on the bottom? False. So you just go false, 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 and false. And now you cannot press the buttons and count if the checkbox is not checked. That's it. Keep calm and code on. We dabbed. Just for Lily.